Hello there, Voltage Modular people. PoohBear here, and welcome to my channel. And today we're going to have a quick chat about InRange. Some of you may have seen a video already about InRange, but I thought I'd do an updated one. Might as well do it right from the start. So InRange is about trying to get your pitch into a particular range. Usually when we try and move stuff into a range, we do usually scaling down and offsetting. Well, this doesn't. This is actually doing a shifting functionality. So as you can see, I've got a scale here, say from C3 to D4, and if I was to play C5 or C6, it's actually going to play C4 for both of them keys because that's the nearest C key within the range. And if I was to play C-1 or C0, it's going to play obviously C3 because that's the next nearest key within the range. So it's doing like a shifting in. It's quite nice because it's like I call it a set it and forget it. Now, the new kind of functionality is originally these were knobs, and now we've got digital counters, so obviously we get a little up and down arrow. So my mouse is very, very tiny because I've actually zoomed this right in and not my mouse. So you can just click and scroll these up and down, obviously to select the actual range you want. So you've got a pitch in. We've now got a quantized pitch. So before it was just literally saying I'm going to shift down by voltage at a time. So now if you happen to be off sense or you know, so you're not properly tuned in, with it off, it won't tune it in for you. It just shift it down by them octaves. But obviously you can obviously click on this pitch tune, so it will shift it down and it will actually tune it right in. We've also got three options now. The auto is exactly how I was describing it in the way it shifts down. We now have an inclusive range, so it's just looking at that range only and saying anything outside of C3 or below C3, anything above D4, we're going to exclude and I'm going to ignore. And I'm only going to include that information within that range. Then we've got obviously an exclusive, which is the opposite way round. So anything below C3, it's going to allow through, and anything above D4, it will allow through. So you've got two different modes there, which could be quite handy. Obviously, if you've got certain data coming in, you might say, hey, I'm going to include this on this particular row, and then I'm going to take the same data and I can exclude it and do something else with it, as I say. And then we've also got a straightforward auto, and obviously that's your output and there's your input. So it's quite a straightforward little device. It's a device I use quite a bit and I absolutely love it, especially in the generative projects, because we can obviously take some random data and we can obviously shift it down into a particular range, which is quite handy for, say, doing bass stuff, and then we can shift it up doing something else when we do a bit more melody stuff. But there we go, InRange. So thank you for watching and bye for now.